Okay, so I wanted to take you guys on a journey with me to talk about this, the Tessellation. This is the pre-order bonus for the final shape, and I just want to run this lost sector with it so I can show you guys. I know this isn't the Carl the Cabal lost sector, but I was just using this thing. I used it the first time, like the first day it came out, and I was like, if you can't tell, I'm a little under the weather. I was like, it's fine. I'm going to go to bed because I'm not feeling great. Whatever. So I've been using the Hive Boomer, and that thing was fine, but I kind of fell off. I'm like, you know what? Let me try this thing again. I tend to like exotic fusions. I put 20,000 kills on the Delicate Tomb. So I tend to like my exotic fusions. So it's an adaptive frame, and it's a good fusion, but where it really gets crazy are actually its perks. So first off, the undecidable. Okay, good. I read that correctly. So this weapon adapts its damage type to your equipped subclass. They talked about that in the showcase. So you'll be able to use it with Strand and with Stasis if you want to have a full Strand or Stasis build, which is really cool. The big thing, though, that I think is a much more important aspect is that it generates grenade energy with Final Blows, which coincides with Irreducible, which you consume your grenade to load a large projectile that generates a small elemental explosion on impact. What makes this thing nutty is, one, it's a very solid... I really like the sight on this thing, I gotta say. The triangle. It's a good fusion in general. But what's really cool about it is you put your grenade in there, and now you've basically got a grenade launcher. And I got half of my grenade energy back from that. So, this guy's coming out, and he's gone. It's pretty good hip fire, too. Yeah, of course, as I missed. So I really want to get to the boss with this, but I want to show, what using it is like. This area is going to have more ad density, so I would like to get a big group so you can actually see. This might be in my day one loadout. Just my experience in using it in just the last, 20 or 30 minutes and just realizing, oh my god, this thing's actually incredible. I was horribly wrong. It's right here. All these dudes, if there was no shield there, they're done for. I want to conserve some ammo. Speak of the devil, ammo. It hits, very hard. I tend to be a rapid fire fusion connoisseur. Just ask me about my iterative loop with my 10,000 kills. I like my faster firing fusions. Adaptive is weird because it's usually longer than it's just longer than I expect a lot of times. So I don't always like adaptives because it's not fast enough to be what I want, but it's also not slow enough to do a lot of, a considerable amount of extra damage. So it's been this weird archetype for me where I like it in PvP. The times where I use it, I like it in PvP because it's oh, hey, I can just use this and I can beat those people using, the main ingredient or whatever, the Zur ingredient, just because I can fire that little bit faster. So here's where the magic's going to happen. I want to show what this thing does to a boss health bar. So let's pop this grenade in here. Let's charge it up. And it took a second, but I think you can see my point. Let's just crash these guys. Excuse you. Oh, there it goes. But I think you can see my point. That grenade did a devastating amount of damage. So I'm not going to tell you that you should... Again, I haven't used this thing a ton, but I had my aha moment, and I was like, I haven't seen a lot of people talking about this thing yet. Maybe I'm just not looking because I've been playing the game today. Again, being under the weather, I fell behind. I'm trying to catch up. It's crazy. Don't get sick at the start of a new season. But understanding that this thing's also more than likely going to get a catalyst when the final shape comes out is nuts. this thing's crazy, and I'm not telling you should go out and pre-order Beyond Light or Beyond Light. I'm sorry, the Final Shape. I'm not saying you should go out and pre-order the Final Shape just to get this gun. What I am saying, though, shameless plug, is if you did want to pre-order the Final Shape, there will be a link in the comments to Green Man Gaming where you can get 20% off your pre-purchase of the I don't even know what they call it. The version that comes with the season pass and everything. The Destiny 2, the Final Shape plus annual pass. It's a link and it's 20% off. So definitely check that out if you want. But yeah, appreciate you guys checking this out. Thanks so much, and maybe I'll try and make more. See ya.